Greetings, love and light to the children of the light. I just want to speak about art, A-R-T, art, art, being an artist. Today I want to speak about being an artist. Yeah, today I want to speak about being an artist. It's tough.
There are billions of souls who would love to have a human experience.
Is that because of salted caramel ice cream? Why is it?
It's all of those things that you enjoy because you have your earth suit. You have all those sensory perceptivities in the body that you can enjoy your ice cream. You can touch and be touched. You can have the thrill of feeling the magic of your intuitive gifts.
So what is it like for the beings that are not incarnate, that are desiring these things? How does their learning and growth occur without the resistance of the earth suit?
They choose something else.
Go somewhere else,
Yes.
another kind of body.
Yes.
My understanding is Earth is a desirable place because of the sheer variety of experience that's possible here.
That's true. And look at the beauty of your planet.
Oh, it's
as
so
well.
beautiful.
Hello, friend. I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. We are in a new timeline. We are in a completely new timeline. And because we are in a new timeline, in order for you to fully benefit, to fully live from the fruits, to fully live from the abundant energy of the timeline, you need to ask yourself the difficult questions. The rich, robust, complex, deep, uncomfortable questions. You cannot keep asking the same questions expecting a different result. Dicho nemithandazo ofuna ukuyithandazile in this timeline is going to be very different, because la mithandazo are the prayers that are aligned to the timeline that we are in now, right? We're in a timeline of intuitive guidance, the last stages of capitalism, the fall of the empire, the great nations that we know of the world, many of which we have seen fall apart. What is needed right now is for you to ground yourself in the knowledge of who you are in the world. This tends to be difficult for people who run away from spending time with themselves to understand who they are. This is why at the beginning of my TikTok journey in these videos, I was telling you about deprioritizing work. And I was telling you about hobbies. And I was telling you about the liminal phase. It's because I am acutely aware that we have crossed over to a new timeline. And in order for you to get as much out of it as possible, you need to be grounded in who you are. Now, everything is all about alignment, right? This is very woo-woo of me, because at the heart of who I am a very woo-woo girl, vele. When you are changing careers, you cannot keep asking survival questions like how much I'm going to earn. You have to keep asking questions that are aligned with the life that you are trying to live. But you are unable to do that because everything of yours is rooted in survival, and trauma has informed that. It would be worth your time to unpack, to unbundle, to unshackle yourself from that trauma in order for you to know exactly what it is that you get and you want out of your own life. Scarcity mindset is the work of late stage capitalism. It's the work of capitalism. That's how capitalism survives. You need to disconnect from it and connect to abundance. Abundance says, as a Black millennial woman living in South Africa, single mother, wife, breadwinner, whatever your circumstance and context might be, what kind of career and life do I want to build for the next 10 years of my life in the changing times? The constant here is you. You cannot, as the constant, be preparing yourself to swim against the tide. You need to tell the tide how and where and what it is that you want, so that when you swim in the tide, the waves support you to where you need to go.
Your secret weapon to building wealth is that thing that cannot be touched by economics, can't be touched by politics, can't be touched by wars. Your truest asset in building a solid financial future is you. That gives you the priority as to what asset should I develop first. Develop you. Build your mind. Build fortitude. Build your communication. Build your networks. Build you. Then your financial future will follow.
You're alone because you know everything. People call it third eye, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, you know everything. You can feel everything. You can see everything. You can hear everything. That's why they think like, who is this motherfucker? You gotta be a mutant or something. You got some fucking mutant powers. Or at least that's how the mainstream public has painted that shit. That's why you're alone. That's why, because you know everything. You know what they're gonna say, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna react. You already know what they're about. You already know why they're doing this, why they're saying that. You know everything. What they trying to spit. These pussies acting like pussies rapping gossip. Pussies, shut your fucking mouth and listen when the guy spit. Nigga rapping God like I'm on my God shit. Read them like a book. We don't need to read shit. It's easier than reading. You know everything. You can see that all of them are pussy. They're all pussy. Man, fuck all these pussies. We about to come the fuck up. By any means necessary. It's inevitable. Go listen to my music. Lawless Ghost. Do what the fuck you gotta do.
Imagine our eyes could see the electromagnetic waves all around us. Have you ever wondered how radio waves, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, remote control, and every other wireless connection works? So it simply means that there are invisible waves all around us that connect these appliances. So the question is, apart from these electromagnetic waves, are there any other waves affecting us that our eyes cannot see, but we can feel? If that's the case, how does it affect us? We are energy beings, which means our body is made up of tiny energy particles vibrating at certain frequency. Now listen carefully. We have the higher vibrations and the lower vibrations. And these vibrations determines the state of any being. Now, what does it mean to be in a high vibration? This simply means that when the energy particles in your body vibrate faster due to excitement, and due to this high burst of energy, it gives you motivation. You want to go on trips, chase your goals, dance, and do anything that excites you because the energy in your body is excited. And while in this state, you attract people and activities of the same vibration: joy, peace, happiness, enlightenment, and abundance. On the other hand, when the particles in your body vibrate lower, you attract people, events, and activities of lower vibration. Why? Because the particles are contracted and you become moody, sad, and depressed. Now the question is, how does this affect us? All around us, there are waves of frequency with higher and lower vibrations waiting for us to tune in. Have you ever wondered why some people are easily affected by negative thoughts, emotional trauma, sickness, and mental chaos? While some people, no matter what you say or do, they don't get affected. Because for anything to affect you, you must match the frequency, whether positive or negative. Just like a TV with dozens of programs available to you, but you only get the program you tune into. That's exactly how we have different vibrations of thoughts, feelings, and emotions all around us, waiting for us to tune into. Now the question is, how does our environment affect us? While watching a content, have you ever wondered why our feelings, thoughts, and emotions changes from content to content? That's because each content carries a frequency that either raises your vibration or reduces your vibration. So the question is, how do I raise my vibration or always stay in a high vibe? The first step is to become self-aware, what some call meditation, solitude, or stillness. This helps you to select the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that goes through your mind without reacting to it. The next step is to engage in activities that put you in a state of excitement, like soul-lifting music and content, traveling, relaxing and enjoying nature, and your hobbies. For instance, when you're in a high vibration, avoid those who are always in a low vibration. They are always angry, bitter, hateful, jealous, because it's easier to match their vibration. And if you're in a low vibration, maybe you find yourself angry, be still, feel the emotions and let it go. Do not hold on to it. Because someone who is always in a low vibration, always angry, sad, and depressed, will attract more reason to be angry until they raise their vibration. Same applies to someone who is always happy. So the question is, are you high vibrational or low vibrational?
Tough. Like, being an artist is the toughest thing that one could ever do in this world. Yep. Being an artist. When you are born an artist, you gotta think like an artist. You can't think like a businessman. No, it's a lie. They will say there is art, it must be business. It's a lie. It is business to those who only resonate to what kind of art you are doing. If me, I'm an author, that's art. Painting, that's art. But now, you see like people like Napoleon Hill, cool stuff, right? I'll just use that book. It's hard for me to read such people. I already know what they know. And you realize that philosophy is art of God. Language is art of God. When you are speaking any language, you can manipulate the language in the realm of the frequency, and that's where subliminal speaking language comes in. Like, you can break the words without you wanting to be understood what is this frequency is. You break the frequency into patterns, and you want somebody to connect that frequency and the patterns and say, oh, you get me. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, that's what you want. People are broken for real, like literally. People are broken for real. They are walking broken particles. And we, the artists, what do? Guess, take a wild guess. We fix them with music. We fix them with music. You know, music is healing. Music is a healing component. You get what I mean? There's a song that I want to play that I downloaded today, but I didn't download it like piracy. It was on Instagram. You know, the Instagram to save a post. Yeah, you know those promotional. I didn't hack the song or something. You know, people can just like look at you like, why do you have such a beautiful gift? Let me tell you.
Bluetooth mode connected.
Let's try. I want you to listen to this song. You know, I was supposed to be bathing. It's crazy. I want you to listen to this song. So it was this clip, you know, man, like, yo, this cool stuff. Um, this song, okay, this song, it was done. I hope I downloaded this song, not just this one. You know, being truthful is costly, right? Yeah, being yourself. Tell me, I didn't download the song. It's so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing, which means it didn't save. And I wanted that song. I liked that song, so I didn't save it. Wow. Nah. Wow, I didn't save it. Yo, my heart is broken. Yes, that song was super. You know, it was super, super, super. Oh, there it is. Yo, I was gonna be shocked.
I told my daughter she a spirit with a soul that has a body. She said, Daddy, will you lay with me? Who never thought the little foundation seeds I tried to plant just may succeed if I could patiently just lay adjacently next to her. Expect fewer questions as I press through her bluey covers till her arms around me like I rescued her from the torment of her lonely bed. Moments like this is holy bread to a nigga like me who really was only fed. Get them hoes, never settle down. Get more green than Piccolo and keep some steppers round. Quid pro quo to me when given ideals that unsound is what evoked the thought to throw a float to niggas about to drown. Breathe, my nigga, I know the air's thin. I know the block got lots of shell casings like terrapins. I know you 10 toes down and teed up despite wearing wind to air it out and give a nigga more wings than a seraphim. Hard to cry holy when you dying slowly, solely cause you move so closely with those decomposed and stuck on demon time. I grew up socking niggas out just like Mick Foley, mostly cause niggas before me showed me dropping niggas ease your mind and bring you peace. These be the thoughts that's in my mind while I put Sage to sleep. She be so blind to signs that I'll return though I must leave. She ain't the only one though, most of my niggas don't take heed. So I often think,
when God cracks the sky,
yeah,
to come back for my niggas,
yeah,
I hope he touched down, but they gon' be.
yeah.
Oh, when God cracks the sky, to come back for my niggas, I pray he touched down, but they gon' be. Holy pull up to the club, cause that hoe gon' have motion. And they'll be looted out their minds, this I know. They gon' be pouring up shots to celebrate promotion in a life that's rooted in things material. Oh, I really hope, really hope you touch down where my niggas gon' be. I said I hope you touch down what they gon' be. Oh,
Okay, I was going for the freestyle. I was going for the freestyle. For the freestyle that episode you did with Joey Badass, with the guy that was beefing with Kanye from the record label of Kanye. Who's this guy? Why is his name running away? You know when you can see an artist, but it was Big Sean. Yeah, Big Sean. Big Sean's verse was okay, but Absol and then Joey, it was dope. But right now, I wanna play you this other one called Nobit, Buzz, The Hicks, Absol. Listen to this.
Gave you a chance, you got on the switch, then that make it hard to forgive. Not in my plans, I gotta admit. You tore me apart when we called it in quits. I needed a change, you brought it on quick. I make you a martyr for this. Don't you turn into apologist. I've been going so much harder since. All of my wrists in my car is a grip. All these bras on my dick, I got bought of the shit. VVS diamonds and Keita boy shining. These links on my neck look like water and shit. Send me a check, but don't check on me. Check out the views from my deck, it's just water and shit. The grass ain't greener on the other side, it's greener where you water. I've been watering shit. Breaking bread, I put a damn into the tea. Now every fiend around me bossing. I be bossing the slick, got the kerosene. I like the dark in the bottle. Those running sparklers, we been parked in the VIP. Politics in it, my life a movie playing every part in it. Like Eddie and Norbit, Bashi and Orbit. Came to show you I'm the star in this bitch.
Anyone to beg, gotta let you know. Say you in my chest is different than you know. Part of me still wants you. I guess I'll be here for you if you come back. Never come back.
Aye. Man. I admire Buddhism, but shit, I'm just saying. And once you go so, you can never go back. Unless you believe in reincarnation, no question your face when I hit from the back. I ain't gon' lie, that vagina Nirvana. Think I thought that I was Cobain up in that. Like I wrote going insane up in that. We were supposed to be long term, guess our mentalities didn't match. You new niggas no equivalent, bitch, you flunking in math. How you go from the sun to a match? You still on my mind, at least my brain still attached. Still watching my story from your Finsta. You ain't know I knew that you had. I'm a Pisces, I know I'm a catch. I'm charming and diamonds dance on every charm on my neck. Said you could do battle by yourself. Who bad is that? Cause now I'm performing do better for all of my fans for the bag. Sorry, not sorry this time. Guess you'll learn on your own like an autodidact. To keep your word and not use autocorrect. I still wish you the best though. That's all I got to say about that. So.
Yeah, I'll play some of the music. Just gonna be a compilation of art. Artists, they heal one another. We heal one another. We are special in this world. God gave us that creativity. Like some remember the lyrics is bar for bar. That's what Satan is trying to do. How can God create you and never give you a gift of memory? How can God create you and never give you a gift of not writing? That's God saying, I mean, if you have a book, wherever you have anybody's book, that's somebody's brains. You are literally living with somebody's brains. If you can spiritually decode this, having a pair of books, it's other people's brain. It's what they thought was fit, what was good to do in life. There's nothing to do with you. No. You go and read a book, okay? Think and Grow Rich, okay? I'm sorry to use an example. That's Napoleon Hill. It's his philosophy. This is his brain. And he gave us the best of his brain. What was he processing? What was he thinking? Why was he thinking like this? Being an opponent at the same time while you are writing. Like having a conversation with yourself, and you make a book. That's how you make a book. Because you need to have readable thoughts. When somebody enters those thoughts, they're able to say, wow, I see myself in this person, which means you're opening a layer of yourself that has never been seen by anybody, and write the book. So you can imagine about the Bible. Did these people that wrote the Bible open up any layers? We don't know. And we need to spiritually dig that. But if you look at the artists, it's easy to tell an artist of God. It's easy to tell an artist of a devil, because a devil has to shame the artist for being an artist. There must be a shame. Do you know you can cover up? I know. Can cover up as a woman, wear nicely, cover up and sing for us. That's being an artist. But the devil wants to shame you for being that female artist. Like there's this girl, is Gucci or something. Like she thinks anxiety is anxiety. I was like, why is she thinking of anxiety? Why is she singing about anxiety? Is she promoting a demonic anxiety? Because that's a weapon. Music is a serious weapon and a dangerous weapon. Some people are not depressed because they're supposed to be depressed. It's the taste and the kind of music you are playing. It has never uplifted your mood. Have you plugged in the earphones, right? Literally. You plug in the earphones, you put music on. Come on, and get the right earphones. This is Philips. I'm going to change to JBL. Yeah, but the sound that comes out there, because Philips is an old frequency. These are frequencies. Philips, Techniques, or Mkongo, Sony. These are frequencies. The people that engineer those things, which means they have sharp ears. I could imagine if I can engineer sound, bruh, like own a brand of speakers, own a brand of earphones, own a brand of recording equipment. Like when somebody's recording with my equipment, I can feel that that was created by the God highest frequency and level. And I know whoever's going to use that, it's going to be blessed. Imagine having such things. I'm starting to learn something as an artist. You can't just allow people to buy your art. That's why you find that there was an auction. Why? Some artworks are not supposed to be bought by anybody or any who you don't connect with, because that artwork is alive. Children of the light, artworks are alive. Like, I don't know, is it on Mr. Bean or anywhere where they showed a picture of Mona Lisa, she was alive. But if you come to think about it, just a second, and I use this book. If you come to think about it, whoever designed this cover of Indaba My Children, let's just use that. Look, I see myself in the book, already in the cover. I see the shame, the pain, the struggles. Umntwana, a child, symbolizes purity. Where is our purity? Indaba My Children. This man tried. I'm not promoting his book. I'm not getting paid for his book. He tried. He's the true superhero. He's our superhero. He was our God. And people turned him into a monster. To be a sangoma, to be a shaman. They called him all these sorts of... This guy was a god. Going to correct your narrative, all of you. This is not for young pastors, young spiritual leaders. I'm addressing every one of you from the universe, from the galaxies, from the stars, from the sun, from the moon. He knew it, this man. He knew the astrology, the numerology, the connection, the dates of birth. He knew credo. He could just look at you and tell you when you were born. I'm not talking about you saying you were born in 1985 or in December. I'm talking about numerology, spiritually. I can tell you where you were born, you, by looking at you. This man tried. He tried, but the white people turned him into a reptilian. That's why you find that David Icke has been interviewing him so much. The white people wanted to know that what's this sorcery? He was not sorcering. He was doing real gifted, Credo Mutwa. He was very gifted. And they turned that into sorcery, the white people. Spiritually, so I know. These are serious, heavy downloads. And I'm going to tell you again, this video cannot be used against me in the court of law or in any international court outside of South Africa and in South Africa and outside the world. Dubai, Cameroon, Japan, America, USA. You can't use this video against me. You are bullies. China, you are a bully. USA, you are a bully. Japan, you are a silent bully. You gave us Toyota, but you don't even come to South Africa because you are scared of the things that you've done. UK and USA, they are brother and sisters. This man was only interviewed by the United Kingdoms. UK owns every publishing right of this man. Anything. This book was written by a black man for black people, but it's hard to get this book. Why are our things stolen from us? And he said, Credo Mutwa, in this book, our knowledge was orally passed down. They would sit you down in the fire there. You remember, they tell you stories that when men go to the mountains, this is what you must behave like as a man. When a woman needs to be intimate with a man, this is how she must behave like. This is the positions. This is how you need to position yourself for pregnancy. This is how you position yourself for healing. This is how you position yourself for pleasure, but not a big pleasure. But you still come back to healing. Sex is healing. Intimacy is healing. That is why not doing it is okay. It is very okay not doing it, especially physical sex. Yeah, some people will do exercise, spiritual sex. It's great because you can astral travel. So which means what you do when you're having this spiritual sex, what's taking place is that, which means at night I say, I want to be free. So when you become free at night, what your soul does, it meets another woman who is free. And then you bump into each other in the spiritual realm like, oh, you're this beautiful spiritually. Yeah, you start seeing that. That is why physically it's easy if you're a man of God to look at a woman and you undress her. You can see in the bigger dimensions. You get me? So let me teach you, all of you. Being an artist is the same as having sex. Yep. This is an image of pain. I just caught an emotion. You will feel pain seeing that. Indaba My Children already tells you the pain and emotion. They knew it. White people, they know about us so much that they paint about us. You'll see an album artwork. If it's Def Jam, it's Jay-Z, they will know how to paint Jay-Z and he will feel good about it and say, yeah, you did a good work there. Because they stole that from us. They will draw a nice artwork and it will talk to you whether you like it or not. This was published from UK, United Kingdoms. Look at the artwork. It tells you it comes from South Africa. It is originally the soil, the Bantu people. It tells you that this is me, this is you. You can buy it, but you didn't know that the publishing and rights are in United Kingdoms. Would you still buy it? Of course, for wisdom and knowledge, you would buy it. But for the truth, they must bring back our books. We did have scrolls. We did have how the laws of the kingdoms, how the laws of the poor, the laws of the rich, the laws of those who must feed their families. We had laws. You wouldn't just be a man in a family without knowing that where will the next bread comes from. So what are we doing as black people, as artists, as people that are working? Working, let it be 4 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, get a break. Saturday, get a break. Sunday, get a break. Some days, maybe Monday, you should get a break. Because you are the currency. You are the currency. So that's why sometimes it's tough when you're an artist to give your art to people. Like, I have a friend that fought with me because I didn't give him this song. There's this song I remixed, like the main idea behind this. I love and appreciate the song. That's why you even see me wearing these shades. This style came from Culo the song. That guy's, he's from Mars. Culo the song is from Mars. He's a true DJ. He's gifted to be a DJ. That's why he's not selling his soul. That's why you don't see him doing so many gigs. But the moment you want to sell your soul to be an artist, you lose that frequency of being an artist, because what happens when you're an artist, you are downloading a highest dimensional frequency to heal another human being through your music. So that is why I say it's like a spinal cord. Do you see the spinal cord? How the frequencies are on the spinal cord? That's how your body looks like if you're not filled up spiritually. You have holes. So when music plays, it fills up those holes quickly. And then you get used to certain type of music. That's why you find that I love jazz, I love poetry, I love rap, I love underground hip hop, I love deep house, I love soul, I love R&B, I love trap, I love hip hop, I love music as a whole. Because if you are a true fan of frequency inside, and you are a philosopher, you are vibrating on the truth. Every music that carries the frequency of truth, I know it. I can tell you Nas carries the frequency of truth. Tupac carries the frequency of truth. Jay-Z, he carries the frequency of truth, but it's from the devil. Beyonce, she carries the frequency of the truth, but she's from the devil. Kanye, he carried the frequency of God, but the devil wanted him dead. There's no more Kanye. This video is not going to be used in the court of law against me or anywhere. In international law, outside South Africa, inside South Africa, it cannot be used against me. The truth must be spoken. You reptilians that are running the world, that you are the government of this world, come out, talk to me. Let us talk. Let's sit the black people down and we tell them the truth. I know some of you are ugly. I know some of you can't face yourself. I know some of you have mimicked, you have even tried to become like me. But with me, you can't copy me, because I'm the original image of God that is still left in this planet. This is Pluto. This is Mars. This is Mercury. This is everywhere. This is different dimensions. This is where every magic happens. But I don't use magic. I'm a god. So you, the witches, the wizard, you manipulated the frequencies. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, witchcraft is you manipulating the frequency of somebody else's destiny. We are traveling in the frequency, like the speed is like this. We are traveling every day. You are flying every day, every night you sleep, every morning you wake up. You are living another life that you are not aware of. There's a split in this life. There is the real you in the dimension. This skin is an image. Take it like a game. Take it like a game. I'm warning you, this is a game, but it's not a game. Hear me out again. This is a game, but it's not a game. This is your real life. If you die spiritually, you'll die physically. That's the damage. Can you hear me? The life is here. It's spiritual, right? This is how I look like inside me. And you. So when we meet up, is this energy that I'm holding that is so excited. Hey, say, sure. I've never seen you in a long time. Yeah, man. Yeah, we should hang out. But then after you saying we should hang out, I say to my frequency, hold on. Who should hang out? Me? Nigga, I'm not hanging out with you. Who told you just because you have feelings of hanging out, you want me to hang out? And when I say, no, I can't hang out, you get hurt because you didn't reserve a space of rejection. Yeah, I don't want to hang out. Yeah, but we're friends. No, I'm not your friend. I'm just the light that you are used to liking. You like my light. And then the flesh, it lies. You lie too much and you say, I love you, my bro. I appreciate you. No, you see that light. Like, if I should just tell him that I appreciate him, this nigga, at least he will know I fucks with him. You don't have to fucks with me to share my energy. Just be you every day. Be you from 10 years ago. Be you from 1 year ago when you were born, when you arrived here. I want you to become that child That child that you neglected, that child who wanted to do jokes, do it. That child who wanted to do poetry, do it. That child who wanted to do artwork, do it. To be an artist, a sculptor, an architect, do it. Anything that wanted to excite you as a child, do that. I got excited with computers as a child. And today, I'm a networking engineer by profession. I love that. And I was born for that. I'm called for that. I know the galaxies that I came from. Life is spiritual. Do you know who you are spiritually? Forget about your ancestors. Your ancestors are different avatars. You want to wear your ancestor, you can wear your ancestor as a superhero, but you will fumble because God doesn't like you wearing the mask of ancestors. Ancestors are the masks they are masks in our ancestors' lineage. I'm seeing this in the realm of the spirit. You see, God is revealing to me right now that there's my grandfather, there's my grandmother. I'm able to see the faces of the lineages. They looked exactly like me. But why am I so powerful and strong? Is because I'm made about their skin. So this skin already, it's your ancestors. This is where your ancestors live, in the DNA of your skin. So that is why you must not allow injections. When they say they want to put an injection, find out why they want to put an injection. Because everything that goes illegally outside of the body, you are scaring the body. That is why if you want medicine, eat here. You want medicine, drink. You want cure. Like I know when to eat a salad. I know when to eat bread. I know when to eat pap. I know when to eat rice. And also when I'm eating rice, especially white rice, my body says, this rice is not healthy. It detects. But I alter the frequency to lie to my body that it's not that harmful. And my body is able to adjust and say, okay. And I eat the white rice. I'm not supposed to eat white rice. I need to eat brown. With sugar, I'm not supposed to eat white sugar. I'm supposed to eat brown sugar. And also, I must limit putting that too much sugar because it's addictive sugar. It's adrenaline sugar. You understand? So that's why you see when kids, you give them something with sugar, they can't sleep. You know, they vibrating, they're everywhere. It's like a superpower kind of candy. That's why people that design candies, they know about the frequencies. That's why there are candies that are fizz, candies that are these, popping. Those things are chemicals, guys. We are eating chemicals. And not bad chemicals. It's just fun. White people, most of them are wizards. Like, I will tell you, white people are proper wizards, man. Like, more than black people. You see the Harry Potter thing kind of vibes. They can do that better than us. White people are the true witches in this country. Like South Africa, here in South Africa, white people are the true witches. I tell you right now, white people are the true witches. I tell you right now, white people are true witches. Black person doesn't know anything about witchcraft. They were taught. You wearing a superhero sangoma, the white people, they saw it from a black person. Those garments of sangomas are superhero clothes, but evil superhero clothes. So God doesn't want you to wear the mask of your grandfather. Like you want to be like your grandfather. You want to be like your aunt. God doesn't like that because he made you uniquely so for you. So you can't live a life of your grandfather. For example, with me, I rejected ancestors because why? I want my spirit to be complete. I don't want ancestors to be asking, saying, can we remove your spirit? We want to come and dwell inside your body and we do something for you. I don't want that. Because ancestors, they babysit you spiritually, basically. So what they do, the ancestors, if you're not fully in God, your spirit is unable to stick inside the you see, Wakanda, how they designed Wakanda. That's how your spirit is. Your spirit is like that. So you can do this. Who's that guy again? They passed away. I forgot his name. I don't know why. But you know him, the actor, the original. He's the one who came with that idea of that movie. The reason he passed away, the demons, they wanted him dead. because he revealed the truth that was a mystery from the people. This sign, I do it. And I was like, am I doing this because I've watched Wakanda? But no, it is a spiritual sign of a spiritual warrior that came from our angels. I do this sign. This sign is very delivering. This sign, I know when I see the demons, I'm multiplying the light here, redistributing the light, laser lights to protect me. Why? You are a warrior. So Wakanda, when they do this, he enters the suit becomes part of him. That's how your spirit was when you were created. This is a body suit. Everybody picked their body suit and said, I want this short body, I want this chubby one. You wanted it. Those who are chubby, is because they thought they would die when they get here. And they become chubby. Their idea is always wanting to be chubby. That's what they wanted as a child. And then the DNA, it changes, it becomes chubby. You start eating this kind of food, and you become more chubby. Especially with women that want some thighs and some buttocks. They try women. Why do you think women are doing BBL? Women think men want these artificial things like your nails, your hair, your fake eyelashes. No, we want our women original, the way that God created them. Can we have them like that? People smell sometimes. The private part will smell sometimes because they are made of different organs. They are not made with the same organs, that the tissues of there are different. That is why you see that the Chinese, they're trying to create robots to have sex with you. What they've studied, these people have operated our black people so much. Imagine they knew how to create an artificial vagina, right? Like, look at the toys of pornography. Look at the toys of the pornography, how demonic they are. There is skin of people inside of these toys. Those toys are not just feeling real. I have tried to see these toys. I got into a toy shop and they put a woman with an open vagina and I put my fingers, it's like a vagina. You don't know that that's a human being, but they put chemicals to make it stay alive. Hence, they say this thing is, especially with men, if you're buying that, it's a revelation. I've never bought it. I've never bought it. But I wanted to buy it to examine it. Why do these things look like human beings? Especially the black dogs. Is that real melanin? Real. These things are alive. Your business is alive. Your wife, when you say I love you, that I love you is alive, is a word, is a frequency. When you say I love you, a big bubble comes out of you and it goes and covers that person because you said I love you. I've came to realization that the world that we live in, it is a simulation of microwaves and waves. What we speak, it is the waves. It's just that you don't see them. What you say is the reality of you. It is the energy that comes inside of you. So if right now I say this is an hourglass, what do you see and what I see are two different things. Your wave format is different from mine. You might see a decoration glass. Someone might see a business that he can sell this. Whether they know that this is an hourglass or not, it doesn't matter. Your perspective and my perspective, when we meet in the center, they can be different. We speak in code. If I say, fuck you, it is a block of a word that comes out like this. It can hit you like, fuck you, and then, but it hits your spirit, but you don't see it because you're in the flesh. And that's when you say, fuck you too. But you don't know what made you that. It's because when that person said, fuck you, it hit you, your spirit comes out of your body. And then for a second, the real you comes back inside of the body. You realize that you just been shot by the word, and then you retaliate. And that retaliation, it was caused by you from the beginning. The one who starts the drama will receive the karma. Let me start again. The one who draws the atmosphere of drama, because drama is an atmosphere that's orchestrated spiritually. The person draws a big house and they say, check us. You know that game checkers. You move here, move here. They draw that and say, today I'm going to orchestrate drama. I'm going to move from here to here to here. If this person, I say, I want a divorce, what are they going to say? The drama is already played out. You get what I mean? It's already played out. When people break up with you, it's a long periodic game that goes on the frequency of the dimensions. Before somebody says, I break up with you, they will live a life of as if they've broken up with you already prematurely. Especially women. They're dangerous with that kind of frequency. Women will break up with you 5 years ago. Even women are capable to stay with you even 100 years. Women can stay with you even 100 years. That's the span that they can tolerate a man. They don't stay because they love us. Women have this hygiene frequency that chooses the man for them. And when they want you, they want you. That's why it's easy for some people to be happily married, because it's the woman who wants you. So she keeps the glue together. But most men, you think that women are useless because you think that you got her with your money. Nigga, she's not about your money. When a woman loves you, she loves you. I'm going to tell you this frequency. God is showing me this dimension. Remember the previous message that I spoke about? What kind of God? What kind of Bible? These are new downloads, baby. God is amplifying my message. It's not me. I'm being told that women are our God. That's why they are not wanted. But it's the same God giving birth to God. So let's not even call the woman goddess. She's a God. Because she was able, she's the first one to land here on the planet. That's why the Bible has been changed. God is showing me something. A woman was the first to land here on the planet because God wanted her to be a nurturer. You can't be a man and say you have a house without a woman. Let me teach you. The moment you want to be a man, right? You'll see yourself staying at your own place. I don't care if you are renting. That's your own space because you are paying it with your blood and sweat. And your blood and sweat, I'm talking about your spirit. Your spirit is sweating. Because when you go to work, you don't want to go to work. But your spirit says, let me adjust because I got the bills to pay. I got life to live. I got my son. I got my wife. Especially if you have a wife. People that have wives, they hardly quit their jobs. Think about it. Before they quit their jobs, they think about the wife, the kids, the next meal of the day, because we black people, we work from hand to mouth, right? That's what we do. I mean, we're all working as black people. I discussed this with my friends that, guys, we should start schemes, societies to give each other money, maybe to buy a house. It's difficult because we don't trust one another. You can't do it. The third month, the black person will say, Ish, yeah, my mother passed away. But what you don't realize is that the devil was attacking your mother while you are trying to progress. So this is what happens in the families, especially those who are using the avatars of the ancestors. You are being a danger to your family because the moment I wear an avatar of my grandfather, I will behave like my grandfather. And what you need to know, he will do things wrongly. And then after he does things wrongly, he goes away. What are you going to do? That's why you must stop believing in Sangomas. What they do, they manipulate the strongest ancestral spirit, which is a mask. So ancestors, especially in Sangomas, that's why you see Sangomas, they can heal. They have a mask of a healer, somebody who died as a healer. So what they did, ancestors, they created their spiritual visual library. They have masks there. Then that is why when they want you to be a Sangoma, they don't want you to struggle here in this world, your ancestors. But the biggest problem, they are violating the mask of God, because God created me like this, right? I say I'm wearing shades right now. It can anger God to say, don't wear the shades. I didn't create you with these shades. some of the things, but this copper, it's better because it connects with the magnetic fields inside of me, because my melanin is black like these shades. So I'm black like this. I'm telling you the truth. God is revealing. You see this speaker? This is how black I am inside. I don't know about most of you, unless we have a one-on-one and I ask God for this revelation. Me, I'm black. That's why white people, they knew that we are black. When they say you are a black person, they mean it. We are a black God. We are made of dark matter. Dark metals. We are black like charcoal. We are not brown. This is not me. I'm black like this, bro. Black. I'm charcoal. That's how our particles looks like inside. That's how strong your spirit looks like. It's black like this. Glasses. Black man is a god. Black man is a god. But not to be worshipped. We are all God. We are not gods. We are all God. We are there. You see, let me show you something. Let me try. We are like this. Can you see these letters? A, B, C. All these letters, they're black. They are the same, but they're not the same size. That's how we look like. Some spiritually, they look like this enter button. Some are like these arrows. The same way you are seeing these buttons, that's how we look like to God. Some, they look like this space bar. They are long, they are tall. What is happening is that we are black particles like this. Earth is like a dark metal where we are moving. It's frequency Earth. If right now I take a taxi and I go to Pretoria, I have moved in the earth. Earth, we are moving. It has roads inside of the frequencies. That's why sometimes you feel lazy. When you feel lazy, somebody has stolen a frequency of your strength. You didn't just wake up feeling lazy. There's a video of Skumba saying, you have this feeling of when you wake up in the morning. I loved that video. He says you wake up in the morning and you say, I'm not going there. It can be your job. It can be the radio station where you need to be presenting. It can be your children's meeting, especially children's meeting. Frequencies of children supporting children, of parents supporting children, they get stolen every day by the demonic worshippers and the devil worshippers. What the devil worshippers, they do, they steal the frequencies of you supporting your child at school. And that child, they grow up being neglected, and you don't know about it. Why? Most of you parents, you vibrate very low. Most of parents, they vibrate very low. And when they see children like us, they get shocked because it's an upgrade. I'm an upgrade of my father. My father wanted to be like me. So what God does, he stops some other things. He gives them to your child. Like for me, there are things that my son will do that I cannot do. There are things that I wanted to do that my son will do. Just that I don't want to reveal them. I'm given the name to reveal, but I don't want to reveal them. He will want to play piano. I couldn't play that. Because why? My mother felt jealousy that she will have a man who will know how to play a piano. Even right now, I can start the piano lessons. If I start the piano lessons, I'm taking my frequency back so that my frequency doesn't get to be passed into my son. Because my son will want to revenge for what my mother has done and say, my father wanted to be a pianist. Let me be a pianist. So we get to know what was lacking in our family because they leave us breadcrumbs in the DNA. Like, for example, in my family, I know my father wanted to be a philosopher, even if he didn't tell me. But he doesn't know. Me, when I get inside his house, I see the books. I'm like, okay, cool. Same with me. I have the books in my house. You see, your dad wanted you to be a mechanic. You have the wheel spanner. Okay, cool. I can be a mechanic. So God just puts that wisdom. It's a wisdom, mechanical wisdom. civil engineering wisdom, electrical wisdom. You need to know how to build. God has gifted everyone the gift of building because we are all builders. The moment you build a house, it's your own territory. That's why some, they can build a house and never put a wall. You ask them, what? There's no wall, because they are the wall. They already figured out that energy, that they don't need a wall, because they themselves, they are like a firewall. They are strong spiritually. Once you see somebody without a stop nonsense or a gate, just know that that person is protected spiritually all over from corner to corner. That's why there are people that can say, there's no need, babe, for the gate. Because why? There are angels that stand by the corner, and then they cover them with the holy fire. And then that is why you don't find them being involved in being hijacked. It's not because people, they don't want to hijack them. They do, but they can't hijack something that's hot. You are always hot. You are protected. You are shining. You are easy to be spotted in heaven. When something bad happens to you, the angels, they can spot you that your red light goes like this. This is what's happening spiritually. Before somebody violates you, like I was outside with friends, chilling with them. This guy, I want to do his podcast. This guy, I could see he's generating a frequency to violate me. So inside there, they are smoking. And what did I decide to do? To take weed. But I said I'll roll myself proper joint. A joint that's not mixed with cigarettes, because cigarettes is a container, is a chemical. It's tarred, it's black. So what does the cigarettes do when they get inside of my body? They will contaminate the lungs and the body. That's why you find out your lungs, they're trying to get black. Because your head, when you're head, you'll become black. That's why when you smoke too much cigarettes, you become black. When you smoke weed, it's an incense in the temple. It needs to be pure. And don't smoke weed every day. That's where you ruin it. You see, when you want to have tranquility and when you want to connect to the highest realms, dimensions of God, smoke weed, but don't mix it with cigarette. Smoke weed pure. I'm not talking about weed that's mixed with cocaine. I'm not talking about weed that's mixed with a spirit. Weed is a serious portal herb. You will see something in life that we are all eating chemicals. Weed is a chemical, but a chemical of God, which alters your consciousness. You become like a mushroom when you smoke weed. The consciousness gets excited that, oh, stimulation, but this one is part of us. It's natural. Yay! So that's what happens in your mind when you smoke weed. But with the drugs, like for example, I've smoked cocaine, cat, all these drugs, all, you can name them, glue, even glue, like glue, like I would smoke glue, go sit in the car and smoke glue. Yeah. And when I smoke glue, you started hallucinating. I was like, yo, I always know all the drugs. And I was not forced to know these drugs. God gave me the gift. Alcohol, my stepbrother used to drink alcohol so much. And then I was like, oh, okay, cool. This guy, the way he was so stupid and ignorant and adamant, I'm sorry, he's my stepbrother. Not that I don't love him. I have to hate him with the truth. He was so stupid, that guy. Like, he couldn't think. Even a bit, he couldn't think. Number one, they said we must choose the high schools that we're going to. Yo, he chose the lamest high school. Why? He chose his frequency. He chose a high school of local. I already saw myself, I'm like, let me tell you, your spirit does speak. It tells you, I don't want to be like these people here. These local schools, they behave like hobos. And when I talk about hobos, I'm not referring to the hobos in the streets. I'm talking about their minds. Their minds, it becomes violent. They come to schools with domestic violence because they are not being raised by proper parents. And proper parents, for them to not be proper parents is because why? They don't have proper jobs. And for them not to have proper jobs is because why? They didn't have opportunities to go to better schools to get proper jobs. And then they start hating their jobs. They violate one another. Your mother violates your father, your father violates your mother, and those children are going to these local schools like that. The local school is full of damaged frequencies because the parents they cannot afford anything. It's known. The government knows it. Oh, we have this frequency. So government, when they say there'll be drones, the drones that they're going to be launching, they're going to be measuring the frequency. If they want to put the hate frequency, they're able to press it. The government, they have super technology that's controlling frequencies above the clouds. Yep, above the clouds, but it's very nanotechnological.
Imagine our eyes could see the electromagnetic waves all around us. Have you ever wondered how radio waves, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, remote control, and every other wireless connection works? So it simply means that there are invisible waves all around us that connect these appliances. So the question is, apart from these electromagnetic waves, are there any other waves affecting us that our eyes cannot see, but we can feel? If that's the case, how does it affect us? We are energy beings, which means our body is made up of tiny energy particles vibrating at certain frequency. Now listen carefully. We have the higher vibrations and the lower vibrations. And these vibrations determines the state of any being. Now what does it mean to be in a high vibration? This simply means that when the energy particles in your body vibrate faster due to excitement, and due to this high burst of energy, it gives you motivation. You want to go on trips, chase your goals, dance, and do anything that excites you because the energy in your body is excited. And while in this state, you attract people and activities of the same vibration: joy, peace, happiness, enlightenment, and abundance. On the other hand, when the particles in your body vibrate lower, you attract people, events, and activities of lower vibration. Why? Because the particles are contracted and you become moody, sad, and depressed. Now the question is, how does this affect us? All around us there are waves of frequency with higher and lower vibrations waiting for us to tune in. Have you ever wondered why some people are easily affected by negative thoughts, emotional trauma, sickness, and mental chaos? While some people, no matter what you say or do, they don't get affected. Because for anything to affect you, you must match the frequency, whether positive or negative. Just like a TV with dozens of programs available to you, but you only get the program you tune into. That's exactly how we have different vibrations of thoughts, feelings, and emotions all around us, waiting for us to tune into. Now the question is, how does our environment affect us? While watching a content, have you ever wondered why our feelings, thoughts, and emotions changes from content to content? That's because each content carries a frequency that either raises your vibration or reduces your vibration. So the question is, how do I raise my vibration or always stay in a high vibe? The first step is to become self-aware, what some call meditation, solitude, or stillness. This helps you to select the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that goes through your mind without reacting to it. The next step is to engage in activities that put you in a state of excitement, like soul-lifting music and content, traveling, relaxing and enjoying nature, and your hobbies. For instance, when you're in a high vibration, avoid those who are always in a low vibration. They are always angry, bitter, hateful, jealous, because it's easier to match their vibration. And if you're in a low vibration, maybe you find yourself angry, be still, feel the emotions and let it go. Do not hold on to it. Because someone who is always in a low vibration, always angry, sad, and depressed, will attract more reason to be angry until they raise their vibration. Same applies to someone who is always happy. So the question is, are you high vibrational or low vibrational?
So those frequencies, they know how to make you angry without you wanting to be angry. So that is why you gotta stay strong mentally. I'm not gonna use the Bible. Forget about the Bible. You are a God. I've given you serious revelations right now. You are a God. Now, since you know you are a God, you know God cannot fornicate, cannot do this and this. Know how to behave like you are a dark matter, black like this, black like charcoal. That's how I look like. I know most of you that look like me, I gel with you because you are a real metal. So we speak the truth. Yeah, the world is messed up, right? Yeah. That's how we speak. But we'll be speaking like this. Yeah, the world is messed up, right? You think you're speaking like that, but in the spiritual realm, we are seated like this, like, the world is truly messed up. Yeah. But that's what your spirit does. Like, yeah, but I'm glad I'm not like them. But you don't know. And you are busy projecting outside, yo, bro, but the world is messed up. Yeah, the world is messed up. But you don't know that your spirit has already done that billion of times processing it, that how messed up this world is. So your spirit is always like a car. What exactly the car, when you put it on reverse, that's like you making a thought and a decision. You need to be aware that you're putting a car on a reverse. What happens? The lights, they light. That's the same exact thing what happens with your mind. The car is like the same thing, it came from your mind. So it is a projection of a black person. The car was designed by a black person. The first black person lived in, I'm seeing continent of Jamaica, but not in Jamaica. Black people were the first to create cell phones. Black people were the first to create networking technologies. Black people were the first to create Nokia 3310. It's just that white people, when they saw us using some black people were using rocks as a cell phone, because there were rocks that were able to interconnect the dimensions of speaking. Yes, some, I don't know, watch Kinta Kunte, where the slave masters, they took him from his home, and then he finds himself in these sheep, slave sheep, Jesus sheep. You know, it's a Jesus sheep. He's coming back, Jesus. That's what they thought, they will come back, the white people. That's why they said Jesus is coming back. They thought they will come back, but they can't, because that Jesus is their demon. Yes, Jesus is a demon. I'm telling you what you don't want to hear. The name Jesus is a demon. God is revealing to me. But since we have been lied to, God has worked miracles behind that name. To the true Christians and the true believers, when they say in the name of Jesus, God knows and say, oh, they mean this Jesus. And God takes your prayer and puts it to the correct Jesus. Some demons, they will say in the name of Jesus. And God is not able to identify the frequency. So there is a tunnel that where the devil says, this one will be mine, because God doesn't know you. That is why you must build a relationship with God, because when you are speaking, God is able to protect your ideas. There are people that you share your ideas. I want to open up a shop and a dry cleaner. Here, you point the section. Tomorrow you find that there is a dry cleaner and a shop. Why? You became weak by mentioning your idea to a weak person who doesn't have any gift in their life. And what they did, they go to a sangoma. And when they go to a sangoma, they say, hey, me, I'm suffering. I'm not successful, but I have a friend that has a gift like this and this. And that this friend, maybe he can be a doctor. Can you steal this frequency for me, for him being a doctor, and give it to me? And for me, if I was supposed to just own a saloon, give it to them. And then this is what the witch doctors say. They start incantation. And that person, if they are your mother, what they will do, if they are your mother, I'm being shown with a woman. If they are your mother, they will go and sleep down and they put you as their child, as their son. And they do incantation to call out your spirit outside. So what the Sangoma is able to do, they're able to do this. Take your mother's spirit, put it in your body, take your spirit and put it in your mother. And they say, go and succeed. That's what can happen. In destination swapping, it happens like that. Somebody calls, chant your name. And after they chant your name, your spirit rises and goes out. And when your spirit goes out, they can control it and say this, go this way. And the spirit awakens and it goes that way. They say, now, do you know who you are? This is a spiritual warfare. You say you don't know in the spirit. They say, do you know Jesus? You say, no. It's like criminals, the demons. They say, now, who do you worship? You say, I don't know. Because why? You don't believe in anything. People that don't believe in anything, they are in danger. So the demons say, you don't believe in anything. You're like, yeah. They say, you the real one. You don't know. They are planting those thoughts. They say, you the real one. And you're like, yeah. So when you talk to us, you say, I don't believe in God, bruh. The demons have already rewired your engineering long time ago, because why? In the spiritual realm, they did incantation And when they did incantations, they called your spirit out of your body. Out of body experience is real. And when you come out of your body, they, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up. And you wake up and they call you, they take you. That's how the marine kingdom has so many human beings. They don't give a damn, the marine kingdom. Cyril Ramaphosa is no longer alive. He's under the marine, but he doesn't know. Today I know, he didn't know. Cyril Ramaphosa is not himself. He doesn't know. His spirit is under the world already. They are controlling it. They are causing him to cause us dangers. They are causing him to sign wrong bills. They are controlling him like he's a puppet. So these guys, the government, they made a deal with the reptilians. So the reptilians, they said, if you want to rule, we will take your spirit. We will rule outside. You rule inside here. So Cyril is ruling inside. It looks like success. But here outside is a mess. In the marine kingdom, he's building beautiful things, Cyril. But he's taking from the real world. The more he's collapsing the real world, he's building there through our pain. They are building a city down there through our pain. Yes, the marine kingdom is building a city. Cyril Ramaphosa, he thinks he's doing the best decisions with money of SASA, everything. It's not. He is delusional, Cyril. Why? The real spirit is under the water. He's building these schools, these builds under the water. He thinks the people under the water like, yeah, Cyril. He's saying that, Cyril. He feels like a man, Cyril. The demons are like, yes, Cyril for the president. Cyril for the next president. Cyril doesn't know that the real world, the more he's selling the real world and the souls of the people and the spirits to the demons, they are harvesting us spiritually. We hate one another. It's not us. It's them. Like, yeah, spirit of hate. Spirit of hate. It must go to them. Yeah, these humans, they are better than us. That's what the demons, they say every day. These humans are better than us. Let's give them the spirit of lust. Yeah, yesterday I got this one. He was masturbating. Like when you masturbate, they celebrate. Yes, he masturbated. He slept with one of our angels underneath. So what they do, they present the dark angels. They want to do a hybrid. They want to swap the soul they want to go back to heaven. So that's why they're hiding. They think that they will go back to heaven. So that's why they're hiding under the marine. That's why they do secret missions. Antarctica.
Antarctica's ice. Underneath Antarctica's ice, there's a deep, dark secret. Today, we're going to melt all that ice to find out how it would transform Earth. What mysteries lie buried deep under its thick, frozen surface? As the ice melts and sea levels rise, what would happen to our coastal cities? And why might this lead to some unexpected diseases? This is What If, and here's what would happen if all Antarctica's ice suddenly melted. Welcome to Antarctica, the continent that encircles the South Pole. It's 40% bigger than Europe and full of ice. Here you'll find seals, whales, penguins, and the odd scientists doing some research. And on this continent, you'll find an ice chunk the size of Florida. Welcome to the 120-kilometer wide Thwaites Glacier. its more scary nickname is the Doomsday Glacier. When it melts, there will be a catastrophic rise in sea levels all over the world. Now, this Doomsday Glacier is melting incredibly fast. It sheds 50 billion tons of ice into the ocean every year, and it accounts for 4% of the 9 inches of sea level rise that's happened so far. Some scientists are predicting that the whole thing might melt in decades rather than centuries. But we don't even have a few decades to hang around, let alone centuries. So I'm going to show you what happens if it melts a whole lot sooner, in seconds. In just a few seconds, Thwaites has melted and flowed into the Southern Ocean that surrounds it, and from there into the Indian Ocean, the Atlantic, and the Pacific. Sea levels rise by 60 centimeters around the world. The streets of San Francisco are getting flooded. Miami and New Orleans are also rushed with water. But what's going on? Why did this glacier crack and break away from the rest?
They're doing secret missions. That's this real spaceship. Water is the Milky Way, it's the spaceship. So they turned it around to us. So you are seeing there it's empty. Nah, it's not empty there. Life, we are living it upside down. But now, when you are upside down, the reflection of the world is what? Is straight upwards. So life is there. We are walking there on top. And also, some of us, we are walking upside down, like upside down, spiritually. So the moment you awaken spiritually, you are able to awaken that person even above to walk straight, and you align with them. So imagine like this, if I'm walking straight like this, and the up person there is walking with the head down. When they are walking with the head down, which means these heads are up and down, we're not going to think alike. So you must fight to align that person on top, to stand straight and align with this image. That's when you can fit in your body. And you cannot be allowed to astral travel without knowing where you are going. So many of you, your bodies are like this, upside down. So you must align it to be like this, to walk with you, to say to your spirit, today we are exercising. You don't have to convince yourself. Your spirit is aligned. It will exercise. But when it's like this, it's not aligned. So that's your crown chakra. It must be always aligned. That's why you must not lie. Once you start lying, it does this. You start lying, it does this. You're sinning, it does this. And it lives like this. And you're like, I don't care what I do. As long as I do what I do, I'm fine. As long as I'm happy. But you realize, damn, man, these decisions that I'm doing are lame. These decisions that I'm doing are lame. These decisions that I'm doing are lame. You get to be realigned. And you start feeling like yourself again. Oh, I wanted to study. Oh, I wanted to do this. You get excited again. You go into sinning. Damn, I'm bad, I'm bad, I'm bad. You come and you don't align anymore. So you must always fight to align yourself. And how we align these antennas. We have antennas of the truth. Yeah, we have antennas of the truth. When you don't vibrate the truth, you don't click. Because the true frequency is green. I'm seeing green and red and blue. You see, that's why the gay, they took those rainbow nation, they tried to demonize it, and God didn't give them that rainbow. They know. Listen, LGBTQ or whatever that you call yourself, you know that God didn't give you that rainbow. And God is going to see it very soon. And you are the first community that's going to die. Because you took the rainbow of God, which symbolizes the frequency of people, you put it on sleeping with them. How can you use the rainbow of God for sex? Like really, LGBTQ? You have messed it up. In heaven, they know about that. And you're going to be punished, all of you. Especially the companies that fund the LGBTQ. God is going to punish them. You need to know that. How are you funding LGBTQ while there are real children hungry in the streets? You are funding Mammon spirit, Baphomet spirit, devil worshipper spirit. That's what you're funding. So the devil is funding himself. The devil releases trillions and billions. And then you hear that the gay people have been funded billions. The demons underground are, yeah, our movement is going on. Yes, Somizi, go, Somizi, we are behind you. That's what they do. And I'm sorry, but Somizi, uyindoda phela. Mele ngitshela iqiniso mfowethu. Uyazazi. And please, this video cannot be used against me in the court of law because I know you human beings. You don't want this truth. Cannot be used against me in the court of law in South Africa and outside South Africa. Uyazazi but somizibuya mfethu. Unamasende, unepipi. Mara ufuna kunyoba umunye umntwana. Uyayibona ukuthi i-rough kanjani darling. You are the big example in South Africa mfethu. Abantwana bethu, they are not safe because of people like you mfethu. Uglamorize ubufebe mara kuyindoda. Ufuna ukuba umfazi mara unamasende uyindoda. I'm sorry for the language, but this is the truth. Ngiyaxolisa if I'm hating you because you need to grow the fuck up. Ungcolisa umhlaba wethu. People like you know the truth ngalama secret yalabantu laba. Angeke ngi-expose further. Tell the people the truth. Repent. Ungavula nesonto. God is going to bless you. You are gifted, Somizi. You know. Ungaba a pastor. Ungaba a comedian. Your father, Mshefan, wanted the best for you. He died without selling his soul, that man. I will leave it there before I taint your name or bash your name and I sound like I'm not helping you. Because obvious, masingan DM, we can't reach out to you privately because you are too important, you celebrities. Singan DM, sinigeze, niphume kulezi zinto and return your millions. Nabo mamkhize, singangeza, ni return ama-million wenu. Angithi hiyo into eniphilisayo. Ngamgeza nalo mntwana wakho uandile. Nibe clean. Nisflontele ngalama Mercedes Benz. Nibone ukuthi still even when you are doing it inside of the kingdom of God, nisazolimala because it's not going to be enough. Even if I can clean all umuntu othwele kulomhlaba lo, you know what's going to happen? I say retain all of your things. You are still going to hate me. Someone, if I clean you while you have a Maserati and a Mercedes Benz, the next thing you want a Bugatti. You forgot that you once sold your children, your soul.
That's what I said. He stepped out. Because I used to try to figure this out. How was such a strong man in God who knew who he was, who knew who God was, fall short like that? But then I found out. It's not like I found out in our marriage. I found out a lot of stuff after. I found out he had a writer where, because I always traveled with him. He always asked for 2 rooms. One for me and him, and one for his jump-offs. Or whatever he wanted to do with it, because it was all, not only him and the jump-offs, it was a whole party. I didn't find that out till after. So you can't play in the devil's playground and then go back over here with God and be like, nah, you can't. There's not so much time God is going to allow to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because as you know, X had a serious platform. He still has a serious platform. And I'm only saying this, and it's not in a negative way. I'm saying this because in our last conversations, X knew that he wasn't doing right. You know what I'm saying? But it was beyond his control. And he could have pulled it in, but God had other plans.
All these kind of things. I'm going to do this as a very beautiful way as I can, not to shame all of you, especially South African industry. I know many of you. I can't be mentioning as if I want clout, but I had to give an example with Somizi. He knows. Guys, we can become better. We can own African banks. We can own South African banks. Our own. It can be Black-owned Bank of Africa. We are banking black. We nominate Kabza and Maphorisa. They become the next Sony. They do the vetting of the music. Me, I don't mind, bruh. I can sit back. If they need me, Kabza and Maphorisa, I would go and assess what they would need me. If they want me to be a toilet cleaner, Kabza and Maphorisa, I will do it. But what matters, do we have harmony? Let Kabza and Maphorisa open up a record label which will be called Kabza and Maphorisa. I don't know, whatever that it can be, but let it not be Kabza and Maphorisa. Let it be African digital music. Yeah. Let it be Piano Hub, but African digital music. We know when we get in there, you'll find Kabza and Maphorisa. They are owning the contracts. They know how to make the split sheet. They know how to give us the masters. The song you make a hit today, we know that's the office you must go to first. They tell you we're making split sheet like this. Then they have an application where we do what? Publishing and distribution. That app, we know we go and play it there instead of Spotify. We now know that African Digital App is the one where we find Kabza, where we find MT, we'll find Aries. That's when we will know that, wow, the streams are real because it comes from us. Why? We are listening with the frequency digitally. That's why sometimes the streams, they don't go high because why? You are not connected to the music frequency. The streams, they will go higher because why? The more we listen, the more we uplift that artist. So that's why you find that Spotify shares the playlist and say your songs have been streamed like this. It does boost a little bit of electricity in your body. And you say, wow, Spotify and Apple. Oh my God, who knows me in Apple? You start being like this. Who knows me? Oh, Spotify. I'm in Spotify. Check out my music. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do. So yeah, so I was about an artist. I'll play a song that I produced. I sampled ivoice yakababa omncane. I was not given the right, but I posted it out for free. Why? I'm not given the rights. And I didn't know who to reach out to, but Kulo the song is the one that inspired me to do a dub song for this song. This is the only song that I'm gonna play. And then we're done. I'm out because I played Epsol. I played I forgot the artist. I'm bad sometimes. Let's do this.
Line in mode.
Town Josie, Dub. You know what I mean? Shout out to people like Les Penroth, man. Get Stitched. My favorite record label, I believe you always know, that's Get Stitched. You can tell with the music, that's Get Stitched. You know what I mean? We want it's the goo. You hear it. Like Deep Town Josie, that's what you need to hear, bruh. Like there was a time when I went there around Deep Town Josie. Yeah, the playlist was hectic, hectic. It was tight, tight, tight. The guy that stood out, the Makatini. Hey, the Makatini, how he transitioned from Cat Like Cat. And there was Julian Gomez. Yeah, that was the best, man. Julian is the best. Julian is the best. Like, like deep house producers are the best. Let's talk about that. Like, okay, I know there are few cats in deep house that think that they are the ish. Why do I say that? Um, you can't be listening to deep house and always be angry, man. You have a problem. If you are a deep house producer and somebody produced a hit and you hate it, to us it's not a competition, it's artwork. We are altering the frequencies. Like it's like battle of the frequencies. Like, okay, if you watch Dragon Ball Z, what kind of frequency can you deliver but via the music? So music is a weapon. As I was telling you, we need Kabza and Maphorisa to open up a new replacement of Sony, African Digital Records. There we know the paperwork is done by a black person. Royalties, they will go to a black bank. There we have designers, they report there. That's entertainment. It's not owned by them. We need to know that artists, they get paid. They're not the owners, but me, I would choose them as the CEOs of the company. The company is coming with me. It's my idea. Digital African Records. That's the kind of Sony record label I am coming up with. Music. Where we know we're going to have CD printing, vinyl printing. We still need to want to play our audio like the way we still need to be here, guys. We still need to utilize these things. We still need to utilize our music. It's a frequency. It heals us. You cannot ignore not to make vinyls. These are made by black particles. You understand what I mean? These things, they connect with these designs, they came from the DNA of our ancestors. Even you have the DNA of music. We are the music. I respect the artist. I feel bad that some have to sell their souls just to create hit records. You can create a hit records. God does this for me, guys. Like I'm displaying it's not my art, it's God. You know what I mean? So some of you lead ancestors, you can't. They are stealing hit records from other children. And what's happening with Sony? They're stealing. And this video cannot be used against me in the court of law inside South Africa and outside South Africa, in USA or anywhere. They need to be exposed. Look at what they did to Prince. Look at what they did to Michael Jackson. They don't give a damn. They will deteriorate an artist who's gifted by God up until the artist says, hey, Lucifer, I can't. That's how Michael Jackson died. Lucifer, I'm begging. I wanted the riches. I knew, but I didn't know it was this deep. Let me out. Lucifer like, ha, 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 ha. Time for outing. It was the time you released Billie Jean. You had a chance to go out from Billie Jean, but you didn't.
And we want the artists to be free. We don't want the companies bigger than the artists. We want the people respected and the stars that we make stars to shine in the galaxy for us. We were already off the wall. And we're coming off our seats to stand up for justice in the music industry.
This is very important because throughout the years, black artists have been taken advantage of completely. And it's time now that we have to put a stop to this incredible, incredible injustice. And like Mrs. Sharpton was saying, people from James Brown to Sammy Davis Jr., some of the real pioneers that inspired me to be the entertainer that I am. These artists are always on tour because if they stopped touring, they would totally go broken. And it's been, the record companies really, really do conspire against their artists. They steal, they cheat, they do whatever they can, especially the black artists. Sony, Tommy Mottola. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very, very, very devilish.
Into this way, and whoever else, artists that are on their label that are be sucks. Sony sucks. Sony sucks. I want to hear the guys in the back.
That's the kind of things. Look at the people like Elaine. She didn't go far. Maybe she didn't want to sell her body. Maybe she didn't want to sell her soul. In fact, I should cut my music here. Listen to this song, Elaine Risky. And I sampled this song like God said I must sample this song, even though I don't have the rights and everything. I posted it for free. Like, let people know that hit records, they do come out. You just need the right frequency. Sometimes I sit here and I can tell that I'm not told to produce. Production, you are told. Let's play it.
more than anything, and you hurt me more than anything, and that was a heavy thing. Should've known that loving me is a risk, and you should've known that breaking my heart is a risk. You broke your own heart, and you played the right part. I said, take your time, boy. Let's see what you got, boy. Left off the burst, boy. Let's see who breaks who first, and you won't be my first time.
Record the Intense featuring Elaine, Risky. You know, me, I want to create artists. Like if I chop your vocal, I know I was not granted the right to chop the vocal for I'll see Elaine, you know. So we need to be artists that we should be collaborating with one another, where new artists can get the joy of performing their songs and DJing their songs, knowing that we are registered. It's not a big process. Let's have one company that does Sampra and all that, but in our own way, because those companies, they don't care about us. You understand what I mean? Like, let's have with mechanical royalties. We create our own production. Fuck SABC. I'm sorry for the language. Fuck SABC, because that's white-owned shit. We need DJ Fresh, like Campus. You know what I'm trying to say? We need DJ Fresh. We need DJs Boo in one room. You need all these black guys, more flavor. House Dinero Naka. You know what I'm trying to say? We need them. They are the executives of these things. Let them have a new radio station. And that radio station we know is the only radio station we listen to. Because why? It's African. African digital records. Music for a black man. That's for us. A piano is for us. Deep house is for us. Who then? Kwaito is for us. Umzekezeke. Bring back umzekezeke. Akekho gogo. To come back, man. Like, damn. Those were the times. Yo, those were the times, man. Yo. Our DJs Puba kepa mosha music, guys. You know, we need that Tears Records, but kumuntu omnyama, the way niyenza ngakhona, because I know that people say you screwed Ausi Zahara. I don't know, is it truth? I don't know what to say. I didn't have a comment, me, to be honestly, but Spuda. I didn't have a comment. I just like, hey, Spuda mdala. Dala's a gaming. He knows a lot of things. How can he screw up umuntu omnyama? I doubt. You know what I'm saying? I just said that. But can't we fix it better? Where artists get paid, where the same radio station, we know we go there and support there. You find that same radio station has 10 artists that are gigging December. Some are in Limpopo. Manage, they bring back money there. Same money that we are supporting, it goes there. Designers, they are getting paid. Remember, money is not about that you need. They put a delusion of saying the economy is not growing. This is the delusion that they put. Money just need to be always circulating. That's how you maintain money. It's just that we don't want to give each other things for free. So what do? We need money. So people from Limpopo, they can bring brewing, mkomboti from Limpopo. KZN, they can bring mkomboti. We replace South African breweries, sipuze mkomboti. And just make sure that Chelwa amate, akfakwa amapaint. You're not putting panties. You know how the old grannies, they try to do this shit? We're not putting that. We try to find the right chemicals and do it in the cleanest way. We start selling basic food like amaheu, amagwinya. Let's sell to each other black people basic food. Scones. Let's buy that. If somebody can bake bread, we have a database. This database, it's bakeries. Bakeries that are in Limpopo, bakeries that are in Cape Town, but black owned. Here we are not negotiating. Listen, there is AfriForum. They can't stop us, these people. There is AfriForum. They will tell you it represents the Afrikaners. Doesn't represent you. So I want to come up with this to represent you. Where I know umuntu omnyama, a black person will come and say, I'm borrowing 10,000. I say, show me the business plan first. Let's see, what do you want to do for our community? And that person, they get to be registered in the database that there is this person, he fixes gearboxes and engines. So he wants a workshop. How many people do we know they fix gearbox and engines? We collect them. We form a company. These are the top guys. The top guys, we fund the other guys. We're all top guys. There's no small. It's just that everything must start at the top level. If designing, David Lale must be there. Bobo Nang Mateba must be there. You know, those who we know that they're designers, Tepo Jeans must be there. Makosa, Eben Zulu, bring back Eben Zulu. You know what I mean? Eben Zulu, they were on denim and all that. We can rather have 5 shops, Makosa and all that. We must wear that. Stop Mr. Price, stop Macams. Let's stop all these shops. Listen, we will have to do this the hard way. That's the real way. Jesus is not coming back without you acting. Jesus is already here in the chimney. The clusterum is the oil that goes out to your spinal cord. This is how we need to do it. China, they looked at KFC. They created something like KFC, but it's Chinese. They looked at F&B. They created something like F&B, but it's Chinese. They don't care about using anything. They looked at Google. They created their own search engine. They looked at WhatsApp. They want to use their own because why? Their communication is going to be protected amongst themselves. That's why you don't see white publicity as bad as black. Because why? They have forums where they discuss these things. Like, we cannot talk bad about white people. And they say, yeah. No matter how we are cheating on one another. Yeah. We don't publish our cheating. We keep it under, because that's where the business clause is. Look at Will Smith and Jada Pink. What happens in Will and Jada? They can't separate because it's contractual. Their marriage is business. If they separate, Will is losing what? Hollywood agenda to be the Will Smith that we need. He's maintaining that image. That's why Will Smith, he spoke about something powerful. He said this other day, you get tired of being an artist. You reach the highest height. Like, Will Smith has reached the ceiling. Like, the devil can't offer him anything further. He's tired, that man. Will is tired. Will Smith is tired. He reached the ceiling right now as we're speaking, Will Smith. What is it that he didn't do, Will Smith? He rapped, he did movies, he directed, he writes music. What is it that Will didn't do? He danced, switch. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to start looking at everything like, why are we suffering as black people? Yes, the tools are here. We have a programmer. Let's replace TikTok. We can come, as long as it can be black something. As long as it is black something, we know it's us. We know our signatures. There we don't make fake clothes. There we don't. If somebody made the shades, we buy only from them. They are the ones who are designing them. Even if some days they don't design them properly, we still buy. We sit down with them. We make their product better and say, "Ish, these shades we bought last time here, they need to be like this. They need to be like that." And we help with the other aspects. We don't go and post on Instagram, yeah, I bought shades from Dineo Ranaka and they are not good. Yeah, black people, this is why we don't want to separate. We don't want to support them. This is why. I bought more fire from Sboo. I found a bag. This is why I don't want to support them. Go and sit down with Sboo. Why did I find a bag here? What are you doing? I know quality people that can help you do this and this and this. I'm not saying that's true. I'm giving you an example that don't tarnish each other's brands. Coca-Cola like that. They have vetting. They have people that are testing. Is this the real Coca-Cola? You think you are just getting the right product. Let's go to motor industry, automotive industry. They will tell you Toyota has recalled 150 cars. Why do you think that is? They make mistakes. They don't want to say it's a mistake. You hear me? They can't tell you it's a mistake. They say they are recalling. They change the language. You don't see the damage. You just saw Toyota recalled. Ford has recalled. Mercedes has recalled. Audi is recalling 200 cars. They knew that from the machine after the vetting, and they've released these cars, and they start having signaling. These cars, they report back to the banks. You think these sensors are just no? These cars are electric. They report back now. Let me tell you, they will tell you, ma'am, are you okay where you are? We're seeing your tires. They are red. You didn't pump them right. Please make sure you check your tires. Safety. That's why they want to try to bring smart city, but it's going to be congested with the smart city because we're going to be inside of an incubator of a black person. We don't need smart city. We must breathe the air inside the firmament. I am done. I've given you so much. Let those who have ears hear. This is my closing song, Indian Prayer. So come on, let's move as Africans. We cannot wait for somebody like me. I am here, but I can just only facilitate who's doing what is right, who's not doing what is right. The movement is not the movement before the foundation. This is the foundation. This is the blueprint. No white person can tell me this is the wrong blueprint. We, even if our banks are not that secured, we know a black person doesn't steal for a black person. You don't steal in a black bank. Even if we don't have the best security, we must know that money is our money. It's not my mother's money, it's not your mother's money, it's not your uncle's money, it's not your sister's money. We must know that that is our money. Even when we are banking in churches, churches must have banking systems. Let's not just have a church. Let's have a church that is registered also, bringing back the money into the same bank. When we go to churches, we know Sunday, we don't cook. All of us black people, we're eating the same, all the churches are eating the same meal for that day. We know. That's how we're running the society. We know there is no better man there. If we are eating steak today, we are eating steak and pap. We at church, you are braaiing, the women are cooking, children are playing. That's the community that we need. Not where we are oppressed. You feel hungry, you see somebody in the street, they don't have anything, they don't have clothes. No, we can't. We cannot. We cannot. Please.
Bluetooth mode. Connected.
I want to play Absol, man. Come on. I want to play Absol. This song hit me hard. Aye.
Gave you a chance, you got on the switch, then that make it hard to forgive. Not in my plans, I gotta admit. You tore me apart when we called it in quits. I needed a change, you brought it on quick. I make you a martyr for this. Don't you turn into apologist. I've been going so much harder since. All of my wrists in my car is a grip. All these bras on my dick, I got bought of the shit. VVS diamonds and keep the boy shining. These links on my neck look like water and shit. Send me a check, but don't check on me. Check out the views from my deck, it's just water and shit. The grass ain't greener on the other side, it's greener where you water. I've been watering shit. Breaking bread, I put a damn into the tea. Now every fiend around me bossing the slick. Got the kerosene, I like the dark in the bottle. Goes running sparklers, we been parked in the VIP. Politics don't want a part in it. My life a movie playing every part in it. Like Eddie and Norbit, Bashi and Orbit. Came to show you I'm the star in this bitch.
Anyone to beg, gotta let you know. Say you in my chest is different and you know. Part of me still wants you. I guess I'll be here for you if you come back. Never come back.
Aye. Man. I admire Buddhism with shit, I'm just saying. And once you go so, you can never go back. Unless you believe in reincarnation, no question your face when I hit from the back. I ain't gon' lie, that vagina Nirvana. Think I thought that I was Cobain up in that. Like I wrote Born Insane up in that. We were supposed to be long term, guess our mentalities didn't match. You new niggas no equivalent, bitch, you shrunken in math. How you go from the sun to a match? You still on my mind, at least my brain still attached. Still watching my story from your Finsta. You ain't know I knew that you had. I'm a Pisces, I know I'm a catch. I'm charming and diamonds dance on every charm on my neck. Said you could do battle by yourself. Who bad is that? Cause now I'm performing do better for all of my fans for the bag. Sorry, not sorry this time. Guess you'll learn on your own like an autodidact. To keep your word and not use autocorrect. I still wish you the best though. That's all I got to say about that. So.
That's the dimension. That is a dimension. If you are in a dimension, you love Absol. I know Kendrick is dope, but listen to Absol. That's why Kendrick is a different frequency, man. Let's go to, I don't know why I forgot this artist's name.
I told my daughter she a spirit with a soul that has a body. She said, Daddy, will you lay with me? Who never thought the little foundation seeds I tried to plant just may succeed if I could patiently just lay adjacently next to her. Expect fewer questions as I press through her. Bluey covers till her arms around me like I rescued her from the torment of her lonely bed. Moments like this is holy bread to a nigga like me who really was only fed. Get them hoes, never settle down. Get more green than Piccolo and keep some steppers round. Quid pro quo to me when given ideals that unsound is what evoked the thought to throw a float to niggas about to drown. Breathe, my nigga, I know the air is thin. I know the block got lots of shell casings like terrapins. I know you 10 toes down and teed up despite wearing wind to air it out and give a nigga more wings than a seraphim. Hard to cry holy when you dying slowly, solely cause you move so closely with those decomposed and stuck on demon time. I grew up socking niggas out just like Mick Foley, mostly cause niggas before me showed me dropping niggas ease your mind and bring you peace. These be the thoughts that's in my mind while I put Sage to sleep. She be so blind to signs that I'll return though I must leave. She ain't the only one though, most my niggas don't take heed. So I often think,
when God cracks the sky,
yeah,
to come back for my niggas,
yeah,
I hope he touched down, what they gon' be.
Yeah.
Oh, when God cracks the sky, to come back for my niggas, I pray he touched down, what they gon' be. Holy pull up to the club, cause that hoe gon' have motion. And they'll be looted out their minds. This I know. They gon' be pouring up shots to celebrate promotion. In a life that's rooted in things material. Oh, I really hope. Really hope.
Also, what could be nice? The people like Kevin Hart, people like Snoop Dogg, they must stop suffering there. Our brothers are suffering, guys. You think Snoop Dogg is enjoying? Me, I don't see them like real celebrities. They are fake celebrities, these people. They are clowns. If they want to be real celebrities, they must come back home. We open up a Sony. We do some Taraji P. Henson movies, Terrence Howard movies. We need it here in South Africa. Let us ditch the Hollywood. If you are Viola Davis, come back here. Denzel Washington, come back home, guys. You were stolen. Your memories was wiped out. Look at the cloned Tyrone. Look at the cloned Tyrone. They were showing you there's another image of you that you never knew about. The moment you started acting or being an artist, they want to possess and impose as if they can give you the superpowers to become that. And you already have them in your DNA. Like Taraji, she's talented. She doesn't need to embody spirits. There's a disturbing video that she sent. She said she has to embody a spirit. No. Let God give you the true character of that acting, because God knows when it's acting and when it's not serious. But the Luciferian spirit and the satanic spirit, they do not differentiate acting and real. That's why some of you end up embodying the character, like Jim Carrey. He nearly went crazy. For real, he embodied the character. I just forgot the movie or the series. He said that guy, when he woke up and he saw that, yo man, Hollywood is a fucked up game. It's dirty. It's like Sony, the same Sony in USA. Let the whole black people come back. We sit down, we structure who's going to design movies with Tyler Perry. He can be the next Hollywood CEO, Tyler Perry. Come back home. We need those Tyler Perry here. Leave it the one there in USA and come back and do it here. And take all the South African actors and then mix them with all the African actors that you have there at USA. You're not black Americans. You are black like me. You speak the same language with me, the same DNA, the same frequency. Stop acting high, Kevin Hart. Come back home. Busta Rhymes was here. What the fuck is wrong with South Africans? We get happy as if he was some sort of a different person from us. Our brother was here. Umpo Hart was here. That's what we need. And we're done. We're done. Come on. If you don't understand, we need a black bank combined with our churches on Sunday. We must eat the same food. And then we also at churches, we pay each other's credits. We close each other's credits. In fact, we don't even need to close anybody's credit. If we still want to work along with the white system, we will need to close each other's credits. But if we don't, which means the money that's circulating, we must make sure we're going to be circulating with them. We are paying the cars. They are paying us back from the jobs. That's economy. So which means now, while we are eating together on Sunday and paying each other's installments and clearing each other's credits, what we are doing, we are earning the same money, but it's more now. That's how the economy is growing. We are paying them back, rotating the money. Sunday, we have 100 people. We have paid their bank installment and everything. They've done their mortgage. We take back the block, baby. Watch the movie. Is it American Banker or American Bank? They bought block of blocks, knowing that, this territory is black owned. Look at the people like that Maponya. What was he trying to do? He was trying to show you that black child, we can do it. But you just see the filthy billionaires like Patrice Motsepe. It tells you they don't give a fuck about us. They don't. Nothing is evolving here. You're still waiting for Cyril Ramaphosa. You will die like a corpse. You're still waiting for Thabo Mbeki to improve education. You will die waiting. You're still waiting for EFF to better and stop the farmers. You will die waiting. There's no need to lay a hands to a white man. We just need to detach. We have designers. Let's register our own companies. We must have a database. You want to stock fruits and food, go to this person. Who owns cows in Limpopo? Go to this person. Who owns goats? Go to this person. We interlink that. We're done. We know that we own butcheries here in Johannesburg. And we know that the meat comes directly from Limpopo or KZN or Cape Town as Laleni. We just need that. Muroho, we know it's coming from here and here. And we make sure we are buying this food because it's healthy for us. We're not going to get fat by eating muroho today, and maybe we're eating muroho, kale, and we're eating with potatoes. And we can also agree that right now is not time for food, it's time for fasting. As the whole country are in fasting, imagine what could possibly happen with God. But we're not able to do that. We can say the country is going on 2-day fasting. We know that time we're forgetting about food. Everybody gets in their secret closet, they're praying. We can be a mega God city or God city. Let me just not even put mega because people think AKA. Let me say we'll be God city. You know, you don't need fence. You don't need a stop nonsense. You don't need a wall. Ah, that's your neighbor's children. Ah, here's dinner. Let's not raise rapists. See your sister and see your sister. When the time for marriage comes, these children will be matured like, yo, man, I love this girl since from I was 1 year or 2 years. They will be able, the children, to play together and grow in love together. Look at what Tyler Perry tried to do on this other movie of, it was this lady, Temptation, where they grow up together, they get married together. That's pure love. That's how love is supposed to be. You must grow with your person together like a tree, and you get married to them, and you say, that was my grade R, sweetheart, not high school. High school is too far for a wife. These children must mate from there. The children, they know, they see the future there. This is my wife. But you get to be separated from your wife there. The children, they know how to wife. That's why you hear people like, this is my childhood friend. It's not your childhood friend. That person was supposed to have been your wife or your husband. But because you were not vibrating higher on the frequency, you lost on your wife. Because why? You thought you were still kids. Kids, when they are in the mother's stomach, they are 9,000 years in the spiritual realm. They are matured. Kids know about sex. It's just the parents that you are trying to program them lies. Teach the children about sex. Tell them the truth. Then they will grow respectfully. I can't go to my sister. My sister is bathing. What kind of brother goes and sees his sister nakedly with the VJJ outside? Like, really? What kind of men are we raising now? So which means the brother, when he's seated, he must think about his sister. Can you see the damage that you're doing to our society now? You did pornography before pornography. You do it at home. The mothers, like I would even see with my mother, when they would want you to get something, I get there, hey, they are not wearing a bra. Like, why, ma? Why are you doing this? Like, what the fuck with our black families? Our parents must be over-educated, guys. I see it in families. Like, I've been in a lot of places where people want me to see them naked. Why, guys, do you want me to see you naked? Your nakedness is a secret body. So you guys, I'm too hot for you. What you do, you want to be seen naked, that we also can glow. You can't glow, baby. You can't glow, my brother, from this flesh. I glow from the inside. Don't compare yourself with me. Disrespectfully so, I wouldn't want to be you. Don't want to be me. We're not the same. We're not cut from the same spirit, but we come from the same spirit, but different rooms. There are rooms in heaven. My room is a different room. It's not the same room. It's the same exact thing. Protea Hotel can't be the same with Mirupa Hotel. They are different hotels. There's levels in these things. When they say 5-star, they know what they're talking about. Protea knows what they're talking about. They vibrate on a God frequency. They know what they're doing. That hotel, they know. You'll just look at it and feel like you just go to Protea and sleep there. White sheets, nice. They know what is luxury. I've been also to Manhattan. They knew, and in Pretoria, they knew what they were doing. These hotels are monitored. Some are monitored by God, some are monitored by the devil. I'm so sorry, but it's the truth. Let us rise and start rewriting our own Bible. And we have to rewrite this Bible, and we know that all of us will respect it because we need spiritual leaders like me and other spiritual leaders. We see it, even if it's 100 spiritual leaders, we do it at FNB. Spirit will speak that day. We will know what we are lacking as black people. We are seated at FNB. All that day we are broadcasting from FNB. KZN is listening. Limpopo is listening. Zimbabwe is listening. Nigeria is listening. We are writing our own Bible. And there is no name for God. God is a spirit. I am. That is why God said, I am has sent me. Let's leave it there. What are you? You are a God. Can I worship you? No, you are not a God for me to worship. I have my own temple and I have my own Father, which is the same Father, but they don't have the same love. God is broken into different human beings on top there. But every person has their own unique Father. That's why this Father is the same Father. The more you are growing to be like me, the more you will share the same Father with me. Let me help you with something. The more you will share the same Father with me, I didn't want to open up the Bible. Let me help you. I want to show you something powerful. This is all about ascension. There's no Jesus. Jesus is you. The white people, they knew that they have to sell this. Why do you think the white people first painted this man white? That's why they just wanted to hide that so that you don't ascend. Do you hear me? They don't want you to ascend. That's what they want. They don't want you to ascend. That's it. It's about ascension. There's a scripture that I'm looking for where Jesus says, do not touch me, for I have not yet ascended to my Father. Go and tell my disciples that I'm going to my Father and their Father. So each and everyone has a Father. Spiritually there, you have a bigger God there. So you'll find that it's the same conversation that God is having with, but this is a lesser God and this is the higher God. The more you love yourself and speak the truth, the more you become a higher God. It is same God, but some of you are still on 50%. So that God must grow inside of you. Once you're on the God level, you're like, oh man, people are poor. You start seeing everything. People are suffering in the music. Oh, the food that we are eating, your system starts rejecting. The music that you're listening, your system starts rejecting. Because why? There are people that are producing music, but they are not from God. So you don't realize that you've ascended to the highest dimensions of God, and God cannot listen to Lucifer's garbage. That's it. I don't listen to demonic music. Absol is pure, bro. And I'm done. May God bless you. This was about the artist. I cannot cover everything in one day. I'll leave short videos like this to leave the clues. God be with you. Love.